Are you looking for a book that is funny, entertaining, and innocent? Are you looking for a young adult book? Are you looking for an LGBTQ read? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then my friends, you've come to the right video. Hey guys, I'm Sankalpita and you're watching BookGeeks India, which is a channel where I make book related videos. If you like books, if you love reading, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos, turn that notification on. And guys, please do comment because you know it that I love it when you comment. In this video, I talked to you about a book that I read recently and I absolutely loved it. If you have guessed it, of course you have because you already saw the title. So this book is Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli, and this is a book that I read recently, loved absolutely, and I can't wait to talk to you about it. I had been seeing this book all over the internet these past couple of years, especially so after a movie was made on the same book titled Love, Simon. And I just can't tell you how guilty I had been feeling of not picking this book up. And now that I've read it, I can definitely tell you that it is a book that you should pick up if you haven't already, because there are so many reasons why this book is an awesome read. Expect a book that talks about the struggles of a 16-year-old boy, Simon, who's gay and who's yet to come out in public. Also expect a book that talks a lot about, teenage drama, about relationship dynamics, about friendship, about love, and a lot more things that teenagers go through. Now coming to who can read this book can be picked up by just anybody. One, because it's written in a very simple and easy to understand language. Second, because the narration is very fast paced and suspense laced and also very flowy. And it has some awesome characters who will connect to you instantly. So in that sense, this is a book that can be picked up by anybody who wants to read an entertaining and easy to understand read. Coming to the storyline, Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda tells us the story of this 16-year-old boy called Simon who goes to school in Creekwood High, a high school in Georgia. Now, he is a gay, and the fact that he's a gay in Georgia doesn't make matters easy for him. Now, as you must have already established, Simon isn't out yet. He hasn't told his secret to anybody. Now, just when Simon thinks that high school could not have been worse, there comes a guy called Martin who discovers his secret. What Martin also finds out is that Simon is secretly emailing a guy called Blue, whom he's steadily and gradually falling in love with. Now, Simon doesn't want any of this information to go public, but Martin is a wicked guy. He promises Simon that he will not divulge any information about him, but only on one condition. Martin wants something from Simon and Simon has to go and do it for him. And in case Simon fails to help Martin, Martin will be out with this information. So he's kind of blackmailing him. Well, not exactly kind of, but actually blackmailing him. Now, as life moves for Simon, he's caught in a whirlwind of events and there's a lot of drama, teenage drama, relationship dynamics, friendships, and friendly fights. Now, all of this is happening simultaneously as Simon is struggling with his inner demons, as Simon is struggling with, a lot of issues, including Martin. So, what will Simon do? Will he be able to help Martin, or will he just come out to public? Who is this guy Blue whom Simon is falling in love with? To know all this and much more, I think you should read the book today because this book is absolutely amazing, gorgeous, and you would love it. I think the author has done a wonderful job of penning such a beautiful story, a story that talks about friendship, of love, of innocence, a lot of innocence. And this story is something that has everything good in it. Like, most of the story is pure, innocent, high school that we all know of, that we can all relate to. And if you're somebody who's still in high school, then wow, that's just the best. You will totally relate to everything that this book has. Further talking about the writing style, I think the author's USP is her characters, the way she pens them, the way she expresses the struggles that each of them has. I think that is the best part of this book. specifically talking about the characters, Simon is a guy whom everybody would fall in love with. He's just amazing. He's so innocent and he's so down to earth, and it's just wonderful when you read about him and you connect to him. I also like the character of Blue, who has an aura of mystery around him. Like when you read about him, you know that you want to know him more, and that keeps you turning the pages throughout this book. So I love these two characters and also other characters who are a part of this book. Coming to the climax, I think the climax of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda is kind of bittersweet. Bitter because you know for sure that the book is coming to an end and you don't want it to end. Sweet because it has a really nice and comfortable, enjoyable conclusion, which I think everybody would love. So yeah, it has a bittersweet climax. Finally, coming to the entertainment quotient, I think this book has no dearth of entertainment. It has a wonderful plot which is simple and yet intriguing. It has an aura of mystery throughout because the reader doesn't know who Blue is and who is the guy whom Simon is falling in love with. I also like the part that the characters are very relatable, and even though they might be different from who you are, but still the way their point of view is explained is wonderful. It's just amazing. So yeah, it's a great book to go to if you are feeling bored on a Sunday afternoon or a Saturday night. I can give you a lot of reasons to go and pick this book up. Number one would be if you enjoy young adult fiction. Number two would be if you enjoy award-winning young adult fiction. Number three will be if you like stories that are honest and innocent. Also pick this book up if you're looking for a read that is easy and interesting. Also pick this book up if you like reading books that have been turned into movies, because this book was turned into a movie, Love, Simon, which I think many of us have seen already. And finally pick this book up if you're looking for an LGBTQ read. I would give you 3 reasons to not pick this book up. First, if you don't like young adult fiction. Second, if you are looking for a literary fiction. And third, if you don't like books that have teenagers as protagonists. And that's it from me in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like. Also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And until the next video, which will be pretty soon. Bye.